Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Monday evening session where we go deeper into the concepts of Lean Six Sigma. I just need to check. All the new members have been communicated very good. Okay, let's start with our first ritual of the session, which is welcoming the new members. Okay, so all the new members who are attending the live session first time, just type me in the chat box, and first we will all welcome you. Okay, just type me in the chat box if you are absolutely new in the community, just joined yesterday or maybe last week, and you are attending this session first time or maybe second time. Just type me in the chat box. Okay, so everybody just type welcome new members in the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yes, have a very successful journey ahead along with each other. Let's make each other life better, prosperous, fantastic, superb, superb. Congratulations and welcome on board. So we connect every Saturday, every Monday evening 7:30 p.m. to discuss various aspects of Lean Six Sigma. Now understand this. Sundays are the time where most of the people join, but during the days also a lot of people keep on taking admissions from here and there. There are our referral schemes as well. So what you can say, starting from the chapter number 1, okay, there is nothing called chapter number 1 here. Try to understand it. That means it will not be. So the live sessions are already, it's a continuum. It's a continuous set of sessions which are happening. So they will not be in sequence, but does not matter at all. I will connect all the dots. So today's topic is a generic topic which we have chosen. One of the very important figure in this entire journey of Lean Six Sigma, etc. The name is Jack Welch. So I have chosen this topic very strategically because I just wanted to basically show his work and what learnings we can learn from his these strategy. That is something which we are okay. Yeah, we are playing dice and cricket, and by playing dice and cricket we are learning Lean Six Sigma. That's very well said. Okay, thank you very much once again, and let me share my screen, which is a PowerPoint presentation which I will share with you in masterclass archive as well. Okay, so whatever we'll be sharing, that will be, the downloadable document will be available in masterclass archive. So masterclass archive is a collection of all the the sessions which are recorded. Okay, superb. So change management, Jack Welch way. Who is Jack Welch? First of all, very, very important figure into this. He is this gentleman, Mr. Jack Welch, ex-CEO of General Electric, GE. And what is his contribution? Let's try to quickly understand. He famously said, now he is the one after Motorola. Okay, now so Six Sigma started in Motorola in mid-80s. Okay, after that, almost 10 years, Motorola found, what you can say, got a lot of benefits after that. Okay, yes, in encyclopedia of the knowledge. And what happened? Jack Welch was CEO by that time. Jack Welch was a homegrown CEO. He started his career. From GE, and he grew from a simple chemical engineer till the time he became the CEO of the organization. That was an amazing phase of his career, and in his phase, as we go along, he took a lot of decisions. Now, before I begin, at least 3 to 4 points, okay, from this entire presentation. Everybody, please make a note of at least highest 3 to 4 points you believe that those are so much of importance that you can also implement in your organization. Very, very important points. Just note them down, which Jack Welch has done. Okay, and understand, Jack Welch's story is not something, I'm not talking about Isaac Newton story, which is 200 years ago. This has happened just 25 years ago in US. Okay, so we are discussing something which has happened very recent years, and we can also adapt according to Jack Welch strategies. Okay. So what he famously said, let's start with his very famous quote. And he said, if the rate of change of outside, very, very important quote, let's try to understand. If rate of change of outside exceeds the rate of change of inside, the end is near. Okay, I repeat again, very powerful, try to understand. If the rate of change of outside meaning outside of the organization, because there are a lot of changes happening outside of the organization, okay, in the ecosystem. If that rate of change, which is more than the inside rate of change. What is inside rate of change? Inside rate of change meaning internally also we are doing some modifications, improvement, changes, etc. in our processes, products and services. We are also doing our efforts, right? So it's not like we are sitting idle and we are not doing anything. We are doing something, but the rate is very important here. It is just like if you are now yesterday only we had West Indies and India clash, right? So the asking rate, so West Indies has scored very close to 200 runs. So every over we have to score 10 runs. And if you really observe, our entire batting unit, of course led by Sanju Samson, made sure that the run rate was near 10. Okay, it was never happened that it went around about 12, 13, 14. Otherwise it would have become very difficult to manage. So the rate of outside is like a asking rate. If that is higher than the rate of internal inside change, that you can compare with the current run rate of the team, right? If the asking rate is higher than the current run rate, so the end is already started. End has already begun. Understand this? So at the end of the 20th over, you will lose the match, but the end starts when the asking rate is greater than your current striking rate. Are you understanding this? Just give me yes in the chat box. This is very important. Now we have to think about it. Let's say right now also, today also, in 2026, a lot of things are changing in the world around us, right? There is AI coming in, Industry 4.0, there is automation coming in, people are being laid off, there are wars, wars around us here. So a lot of things are economically changing, the global world order is shifting, right? So there are multiple global leaders are emerging. So all these, things which are globally happening parallelly, right? So there are a lot of things which are changing, and they're changing very fast, super fast than what we thought. Okay, so are we changing ourselves? Are we changing ourselves? Now this, which is happening for the organization, think about it. Doesn't it apply for the individual as well? Think about it and just type yes or no in the chat box. The changes outside, and if you are not changing yourself, your thinking process, your strategy, your way of looking at the career, then, my friend, the end is near. Isn't it so true to the countries? Isn't it so true to the businesses? Isn't it so true to the individuals and the societies? Yes, absolutely. So that's why, Jack Welch's statements are so crucial for us to understand. Okay, very good. Superb. Rate of inflation exceeds the rate of salary hike. The end is near. Absolutely right. Very well said. Absolutely right. And you know what? Let's say inflation is 7% and you got the salary hike of 8%. Actually, you got the salary hike of 1% after so much of efforts. Ultimately, anyways, coming back to let's talk about Michael Porter's strategic forces. Now, the statement which we have just made, let's put into the context of Lean Six Sigma. Okay. Now, this, by the way, it has been given in our Green Belt curriculum as well. Okay, some part of this strategic forces part. Now, what do you mean by strategic forces? Try to understand this. Strategy meaning the way, the path to achieve the objective of the organization. Okay, the path to achieve the objective of the organization is a strategy. So, the strategies can be different. Okay, you can have multiple strategies to achieve one objective. Now, what is strategic force? Strategic force is the force which can change that strategy, the force which can change the direction. Okay, that is called strategic force. Let me give you example. Let's say your organization is like a hexagon. Okay, this is a hexagon. Let's imagine this is your organization. Now, from outside, there are multiple forces which keep on, pushing and pulling this organization strategy. What is the biggest force? The biggest force you can see at the bottom, which is called as customer. Customer or the market requirement is the biggest strategic force. If the customer requirement changes, obviously organization has to change the strategy. Are you understanding? So customer requirement is the biggest and the foremost change of the strategy. Your whatever market changes, immediately you have to switch your strategy. Okay. Now, along with that, the next one is called current competition. I always give this example of Domino Pizza and Pizza Hut. Let's say Domino Pizza says, I will deliver pizza faster in 30 minutes. Let's say you are Pizza Hut, you cannot say I will deliver in 45 minutes. You have to either compete or make it better than the competition, then only you will survive. So current competition also is very, very important for you to take care of. Then called the potential competitor. Before Jio's arrival, okay, so we had whatever players we have. Once the Jio arrived in the telecom market, correct? Entire strategy of Vodafone and Airtel, everything changes. BSNL, everything shifts because the Jio strategies basically made huge impact on their strategy. So potential competitors, which is not right now, but they are incoming. All right. Then comes the government policies. Patanjali to Colgate. Exactly. So there are current competitors, there are potential competitors. Now, even nowadays, Starlink is also going to come in the system, right? So Starlink will pose different kinds of strategic forces and strategic challenges to the organizations, like telecom organizations. Then comes the government policies. Now, government policies also have a huge impact on the strategies of the business, right? So, like for example, demonetization has a huge impact. Your GST implementation has a huge impact. So all the policies which government makes. Okay. Now recently we have what you can say. We have the EU. We have the the business deal with the EU. European Union. So now we will have the European cars, which are the Mercedes and Benzes and Mercedes-Benz and Audis and all those big brands of German manufacturers, they will come to India with lesser tariff, lesser taxes. Now that will impact Indian automotive segment. Now, just to make sure that Indian automotive segment survives, Indian government has already reduced the GST on the vehicles, right? So these kinds of policies have a long-term impact. Okay, and it will impact the organization strategy. Now, the complementers meaning the business, Trump duty, yes, Trump tariff also has an impact on. So it's a government, it's a global scenario impact where that will also impact the strategy. Now, again the Trump wala thing. If let's say US increases the tariff now, organization has to look for the other market to sell their material, right? Sell the products. So if not from this, can we develop some other market? Maybe some Australian market can we increase, or maybe New Zealand market can we increase, maybe European market can we increase, or can we send it to Russia more, okay, or in the Middle East more, etc., etc. So we have to compensate. So this is all strategies game, right? Objective is to make, let's say, X billion dollars, but to achieve that, there are multiple strategies, and these are all players which can actually shake our strategy. Now, complementer meaning the complementer meaning the Vikas Kumarji, this is already being recorded. So you don't have to record on your laptop right now, because this will have huge space requirement. Okay, this is already being recorded, and you can access the recording in the LMS system. Okay. So complementers meaning any company or any industry complementing with other industry. Example, real estate complementing industry with your lending businesses like banks and NBFCs. Okay, if real estate goes up, your lending requirement industry also goes up. Automobile and lending also. If automobile sale goes up, your lending also requirement, car loan, EMI, etc. will go up. Similarly, the steel industry and real estate. If real estate goes up, the steel requirement goes up, right? Clear? So, industry to boost. Exactly. So, complementer, exactly. Plus, both are complementing with each other. If that goes down, this also has the impact as well. Okay, so both are basically impacting each other kind of thing. The next one is called substitute. The technology which can substitute your technology. Like earlier days, if you remember, the typewriters were substituted by computers. Then computers substituted by laptops. Laptops substituted by the palm tops or the mobile phones. Cameras substituted by mobile phone, etc. Tabs. Yes, exactly. So all these things are substituting technologies. Now, these strategic forces keep on changing the outer scenario. They keep on putting up the pressure. Now, in our organization, now this is very interesting question I'll be asking. Now, every organization, generally wherever we spend our more of the, majority of the time, is in maintaining the current processes and services. Understand this? Now, let me ask you one question. How much time you go to office or your factory or your workplace, how much time, percentage, just give me percentage, do you spend in, improvement, innovation? Type in the chat box. Improving or innovating your processes, current product and services. Type in the chat box. As far as your quality is concerned, cost is concerned, delivery is concerned, service is concerned, how much time are you giving in innovating these things? No innovation, 0%, 5%, 10%, 10 to 15%. Very good. Keep typing. Everybody, just type. Simple question. You go to office 8, 9, 10, 12 hours you work every day. Out of which, how much time do you give to innovate these things? Right? Fantastic. Yeah, some of them are in the process improvement job, so their obvious percentage is very high, 50 and 60%. Absolutely. Okay, but majority of the workforce are just focusing on maintenance, and very limited workforce focus on improvement, innovation, on QCDS, quality, cost, delivery, and service. And that's where, see, this improvement is basically what Jack Welch is talking about here. The internal change. Now there is a huge outer change which is happening globally, and it is very fast. If your rate of change is not matching up or not exceeding the external rate of change, then it will be very difficult. So that's the reason Lean Six Sigma is very crucial role to play, and we have a very crucial role to play here in this entire journey. See, maintaining the current products and services will not work anymore. They will falter, they will fall down, they have to be discarded. Okay, this has to be discarded, it has to be re-established, product has to be redesigned, services have to be redesigned, delivery mechanisms have to be redesigned, and everything you cannot do with just maintaining the status quo of the process. You have to challenge them, you have to make them better to match up with the external changes which are happening globally. Are you clear with this couple of slides to begin with? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody, just give me yes in the chat. So now onwards, even though we are not only, we just have to increase that percentage from 0% to 5%, from 5% to 10%, from 10% to 20%. You have to increase your percentage in focusing on improvement, because that is what will survive the organization here, right? Very good. So I always say this, Lean Six Sigma is all about mindset and tool set. So first we have to work on the mindset. Now coming back to, see, a lot of people learn about statistics, DMAC framework, hypothesis testing, design of experimentation, Minitab, all these tools they learn, But I have written mindset first and not tool set for this. This says a lot of things. Okay, if your mindset changes, then only tool set can help you. Okay, if the mindset is same, tool set cannot do anything. Okay, this is very, very important. We'll discuss some points what Jack Welch's strategy was to hit on this both these aspects, mindset as well as tool sets. Okay, very, very important. Superb. Now let's talk about, again coming back to the gentleman, the hero of the story, Jack Welch today. When he was the CEO of the company, it was basically in late 90s as well as up to 2000, 2001. So after Motorola success story of Six Sigma, but understand this, what was the significant change between Motorola and GE's implementation of Six Sigma? Motorola only focused on their production. That's it. Production and the quality of the product. That's it. That was their focus. But Jack Welch has a completely different, vision about Six Sigma. He launched enterprise-wide Six Sigma initiative in 1995. So he has given a window to his leaders that I'll give you 5 years window. I want all the processes, whether they are core processes or support for processes, all of them should be using this Six Sigma methodology. Very, very important. Okay, just a second. Okay, then it positioned itself, just a second. It positioned, so Motorola, even though Six Sigma was originated there, Motorola looked at Six Sigma initially as just a tool. Okay, just a toolkit of problem solving. But Jack Welch turned that toolkit into a complete business strategy. Okay, so he decided this has got huge potential. It's not only a small toolkit to solve the problem. Okay, it has got a complete business strategy material or a package, right? So he first of all sponsored personally. So Welch became the sponsor, and from this point there was something called sponsor of the project. Even in our project charter, there is something called sponsor which comes into picture, right? So for example, now in Lean Six Sigma basically methodology, you all know the yellow belt, white belt, yellow belt, green belt, black belt, master belt, right? These are the belts according to the skill set levels, okay, and the certification level. Along with that, there is somebody called champion. Now champion is generally the head of the department where the project is happening. Champion is a person who is the head of the department where basically the project is happening. Okay, let's say if the project is happening in HR, so HR head will be the champion of the project. Okay, and who is the sponsor here? Sponsor can be a one level above. Sponsor can be managing director, sponsor can be CEO, or sponsor can be owner, who is basically providing all the resources required to deploy this methodology across the organization. Okay, so they will hire the trainer, consultant, provide the resources, put money, put investment, put capital expenditure if required. All these things are done by sponsor. Champion's work is to make sure that any specific process related challenges they are having, they have to be removed by the champion. Okay, so this is the difference between sponsor and the champion. So Jack Welch became the first champion of, he coined this term called champion, the sponsor. Okay, and a clear message was Six Sigma is a way to run the company. Very simple. He took that this is the way I want to run the company. So the change principle is leadership driven transformation. Now, as I said, all of us have to share from this presentation at least the 3 biggest takeaway. 3. At least let me give you 3 as a target. Everybody take down what are your biggest 3 takeaways. We will just type in the chat box at the end of the session. Okay, so make sure you note down important points here. Okay, you can take the screenshots. Anyways, I'm going to share this entire document with you. Now, then understand this. Another transformative change what he did, he started linking Six Sigma initiatives to the direct financial outcomes. If that project is not delivering the financial outcome, let's not call it Six Sigma. Very, very ruthlessly clear. Okay. So every Six Sigma project required hard financial validation. What do you mean validation? Proof with the data. Not the assumption that if we do like this, we might save, 10 lakh rupees and, 15 lakh rupees and 20 lakh rupees and 1 crore rupees. You have to be financially validated data that has to be validated by CFO. CFO validation mandatory before closure. Very important. So before any project closes, it has to be signed off with CFO validation. CFO will sign off that project that yes, this project has saved, $50,000, $1,000, $12,000, $10,000, whatever is the number. And he focused on cost of poor quality COPQ, cycle time reduction. Cycle time is the time which is required to complete one process. Okay. So for example, let's say I'm making pizza, and in pizza, let's say dough preparation is one, then you have toppings is another, then you have baking, and then you have packing. Okay, let's say these are the 4 process steps, and let's say dough preparation for one pizza takes 5 minutes, toppings takes 3 minutes, baking takes 8 minutes. I'm just giving you raw example, and packing again takes 2 minutes. So these are the cycle times for each and every step taking to process one unit. Here unit is pizza. So 5 minutes is a cycle time. So anything which reduces the cycle time, anything which reduces the lead time, anything which reduces the downtime, these are the focus areas for this. Then margin expansion. Margin meaning the profit margin expansion. Any initiative which will expand the profit margin. Okay. Working capital improvement. So he has a very, very focused approach of impacting the finance. Whichever project impacting the finance, that is the what you can say Six Sigma initiative. Okay. So the impact, you can see the impact. By 1999, GE reported more than 2 billion annual benefits from these initiatives. Okay. So the principle what he made was the change has to be first measurable and monetizable. Very, very important principle. See, as a CEO, you have to give the direction. You have to make a framework so that people can follow the framework. And again, you have to just observe whether the people are following it properly or not. So first, it has to be measurable. Every initiative has to be measurable. And second, monetizable. It should have the financial impact on the company. If no, any of these two fails, it's not a Six Sigma initiative. Very clear initiative. All right. Yes, everybody with me till now? Are you understanding some of the very important principles driven by this leader Jack Welch? Just give me a quick yes in the chat box so that I can move forward. Just take the notes and then share the 3 takeaways for you. Very good. Then he was the one basically started this. Okay. Talent integration, certification as promotion gateway. Nowadays, almost every organization uses this whenever there is a culture of Lean Six Sigma. So Jack Welch was the one who started this, certification as a promotion gateway. Okay. So green belt, black belt certification became mandatory for career growth. Let's say if you are a green belt certified, if you are a black belt certified, if you are a master black belt certified, then only you will rise in the positions in the organization hierarchy. Otherwise, it will, you have to wait for it. You complete your education, you complete your project, show some financial impact, show your leadership qualities, and then you can go to the next level. Very clear mandate given, in the management. 40% of the top leadership roles require Six Sigma background. Look at this, 40%. Very, very big number. Okay. high potential employees rotated through black belt roles. So he used to basically put the high potential employees, high performance employees across various roles in the organization. Of course, GE has a huge spread organization, so globally. So he had that privilege of, what you can say, putting people, high potential employees to, multiple roles. So the change principle is embed change into talent pipeline. This created cultural shift from experience-based decision to data-based leadership. Very, very important. Okay, focus on the principles he worked on. So first, he made it mandatory that if you want to grow, see, because working professional, as I always say this, working professional work for two things. One is financial stability and second is your respect, right? So here he knew that, and he entangled that what you can say, growth prospect into certification, so that they will also grow, organization will also grow, as far as the savings and financial impact is concerned. So he has just made sure that it is coupled together. Okay, it is coupled to the growth as well as the individual and organization growth coupled together. Okay. Then, yeah, so they had a Crotonville as a change island. So Crotonville is a place where it was a center of excellence. They had a center of excellence. Now a lot of big organization had similar kind of setup. Okay, so Crotonville became a very important, what you can say, idol for a lot of organization, and everybody wanted to make like Crotonville. So Crotonville is GE's Leadership Institute, became Six Sigma Nerve Center, which is a very heart of the entire initiative center. So massive training rollout used to happen there, massively. Okay, and one of the father of Six Sigma, Michael Harry, also contributed huge initiatives, in training, certification, etc. He created. See, in our SNG's culture, we use the methodology of projects, and that methodology basically is coming from GE. Whatever we use, the workout and coaching method, I'll speak about that, where that word workout came. Okay, so I'll speak about the genesis of workout. That has come from GE's culture basically. Okay, so thousands of black belt trained, and the DMAC rigor absolutely standardized across all the process of organization. Okay, and then they used to share success story across each other business units. So that used to give a little bit of sense of competition, as well as some motivation for each other as well, that if that unit is working, that unit is functioning successfully, let's work out in our unit as well. Okay, so the change principle was institutionalizing learning and knowledge replication. Very, very important. It's not giving training, it's institutionalizing meaning it's ingraining in the DNA of the organization. Let that become a second nature of the organization, let that become a habit of the organization. That's what this entire program did for GE. Okay, see, these successes does not come, the numbers don't come by fluke. It has to be a clear-cut strategy defined by the leader, and that's what exactly GE leader Jack Welch did. Okay, then he made DMAC as the management operating system. What does it mean? So Six Sigma was not confined to management. That's what I said right in the beginning. Motorola confined Six Sigma only to the production and manufacturing operation. That's it. Okay, but Jack Welch did not stop there. He just went ahead and applied it across finance, like billing accuracy, across HR, like recruitment cycle time reduction, like sales, like quotation to the cash collection, then services, like how fast you are responding to the customer complaints and the customer requirements. Then again, aviation, healthcare divisions also, they basically expanded this entire system. So like our traditional operating system, he wanted DMAC to be made as a management operating system rather than just a tool to see the change in the perspective. Okay, the Motorola, even though it originated, but it just what you can say, treated Six Sigma as a tool to improve the to solve the problems, to improve the quality. That's it. Here, Jack Welch decided completely different. He implemented this as a complete management strategy, which can take the organization to the next level. Okay. So, change principle is cross-functional deployment, which breaks the silos. Okay, I'll come to that point. How did that happen? How did cross-functional deployment broke those silos? Okay. Now, here we go. This is called the workout model. Okay. Before he implemented Six Sigma, he implemented one model called workout model. Now, let's just try to understand this. What was workout model? The workout model was, so here you can see Welch had earlier launched workout model in 1989. So before he adopted Six Sigma in 1995, etc., which is called boundaryless organization initiative. Okay. Now the name, the training center, what I mentioned earlier. So he used to call upon all the leaders, all the workmen, etc., in one room. Okay, they used to be from different functions, like somebody from finance, somebody from supply chain, somebody from production, somebody from quality. So all they used to work to, come together, and then they used to discuss the problem. Understand it. This is very, very interesting. Okay, there was no CEO, there was no big leader in the room. All the people sit together. They used to discuss. Now, there was no boundary of the department. So departmental boundaries were not there. The entire team used to work as one unit. And the problem was the only enemy they had. And after the complete brainstorming and churning, they used to come out with a plan. Of course, they used to use the DMAC methodology. They used to find out cause and effect, root cause analysis, and used to make a complete solution action plan. Okay. Then the leaders used to come in, and there they used to present that this is a problem, this is what the causes and the root causes, this is the solution and action plan we have made. Now the leaders have to take the decision on the basis of the data which has been presented to them. Okay, whether it can be applied, whether it can be implemented or not implemented, or can be put on hold. Okay, so this kind of workout initiatives he integrated. He started earlier, and then later on. So here the workout, this basically created a culture of empowerment. So you can see here, even a new person joining GE was, was a part of this kind of initiative, and he used to feel so empowering that even I'm a new in the company, my ideas are being heard by the seniors. My ideas are being heard by CEO of the company. So that was very much empowering feeling for the new members of the G as well. Okay, and then the moment Six Sigma also came, so they added the analytical database decision as well, database discipline. So earlier, before Six Sigma, they were doing without much of the analysis, analytical tools, etc. But after Six Sigma, the same workout started happening with analytical discipline. Okay, that added another layer of authenticity to this entire initiative. So employees' ideas plus statistical rigor, which basically ensure the sustainable improvements. Okay, so that's why if you see our consulting model, which I take a lot of sessions on this. Okay, in future also I will take a session. How do we implement a project? Okay, step by step. So there also we call that, where we all sit together and discuss about the project. That day we call that as a workout day. Okay, the second day when we discuss only that specific project, that day we call it as a coaching day. So that workout day, that terminology workout has come from the Jack Welch strategy of this workout. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. So the senior members would have heard about workout coaching, okay, define workout, define coaching, define workout, define coaching, etc. So that workout name came from this Jack Welch strategy of GE. And I always say this, our entire consulting model has been basically designed from the GE consulting model. Okay, it is a proven, tested, time tested. So whatever has been working for a company like GE must be working. This has been working for so many years now. Okay, now along with that, now this is very interesting. Jack Welch was very ruthless, by the way. Okay, when it comes to the stretch targets and accountability, very, very ruthless guy. Now he was very aggressive in defect reduction target. Okay, and this is again a leader's quality. Give something which is, which can make them a little kind of unbelievable feeling in the minds of the people, and then you support them to achieve it. Okay, this is another way of achieving the target. So 3.4 DPMO benchmark messaging. So every messaging he used to mention, okay, where are you right now, what is your current DPMO, and how much is the distance from 3.4 DPMO, which is a Six Sigma benchmark. Okay, then project toll gate reviews. What is toll gate review? In the DMAC framework, define, measure, analyze, improve and control, every phase there is a review taken by the management. Okay, who are the management? The sponsors, the HODs, the champions. Remember that? Yes. So those people basically review, right, the project progress. So this is basically talking about accountability right from the top. Right from the top. And he used to, lead these reviews as well. So managers who did not adopt Six Sigma were absolutely replaced. So during the appraisal time, if somebody is not yet gone for the training program, not yet done any project, so they used to be simply replaced. And this was a very aggressive management system. Okay. So non-negotiable accountability. If you're not taking accountability, let's be aside. We will put somebody else to the process. Okay. Yes. 2.5 lakh people replaced in 5 years. Absolutely. So, and he was very, very ruthless. If you're not following the system, let's keep aside. We will put somebody else who is willing to do it. Okay. This was his thought process. Very, very important for all of us to understand. Okay. Sometimes as a leader, you have to take some tough decisions. Okay. Now, then this is also, see, before GE and after GE. Okay. Hitler of the, yes. He was not very popular, by the way. See, the tough leaders are never popular. Understand this. The tough leaders, they deliver results. They deliver the numbers. Okay. And they're not here to become popular. They don't want to contest the elections ultimately, right? So they don't want to become politicians and people pleasers, but they are the number delivers. Okay. They are there to deliver the numbers. Okay. They have to be focused and ruthless. Now, here another very big shift which he has done. See, before GE implementation, GE's Six Sigma implementation, all the projects basically were driven internal focus. Okay, you remember voice of customer and voice of business. Let me explain you these two concepts. Voice of customer meaning the customer's voice. The name itself is voice of customer. That means the data, the information, the requirement, the complaints, feedbacks coming from the customer. That is called voice of customer. It is called externally driven. It comes from external customer. Okay. Now there is another thing is called voice of business. It is completely internal. Example. Your internal inventory level is the voice of business. Your attrition of the employees, it's a voice of business. It's an internal problem you have. Your downtime of the machine is the internal problem you have. So majority of the voice of business for internal problems, they were basically taken care of. Now GE shifted it, Jack Welch shifted it from voice of business focus. Of course, voice of business were important, but along with that, he put customer centric shift, which is called CTQ. CTQ stands for critical to quality. Okay. Example. Let me give you example of this. Let's say voice of customer is, I am not happy with the hotel service. Okay. If you go to a restaurant, let's say, and you are not happy with it, and you write your feedback in the feedback register there that I'm not happy with the hotel service. Now tell me, what are the critical points which can make a customer of a restaurant unhappy? What are those factors? Type in the chat box. If you are a customer of a restaurant, what can make you unhappy? Type in the chat box. Timely delivery, very good, fantastic. So the delivery time, you can say turnaround time. Taste, very nice, taste. Then hygiene, you can see ambience, absolutely right. Ambience. Then behavior, the hospitality of the staff, etc. Right? Exactly. The parking and the neatness, very good. Now understand, this is all called as critical to quality. Critical to quality, or CTQ. Okay, so from voice of customer, he started identifying what are the critical to qualities which are measurable attributes. So he started defining what are the critical to qualities for GE products and services from voice of customer. In this example of restaurant, from voice of customer, we identified the, these 5-6 critical to quality attributes. And then he started focusing on them. He started converting them into Six Sigma projects. Okay. So he moved from internal metrics, which is voice of business, to customer driven metrics, which is voice of customer. Are you clear? Only internally focused, he started switching to externally focused as well. Before that, we were, G was only focusing on internal. So this was a big strategic shift he started making. Okay. Then service businesses heavily emphasizes. So earlier it was only about production, manufacturing, etc. Now the services also very well focused upon. Okay. Both, right? Yes, we need both. Okay. So he did not basically only earlier they were only focusing on voice of businesses. Now he put the focus on the voice of customer as well, and both are important. Absolutely, yes. Okay. So earlier they had done a lot of projects internally. Now he has shifted to let's do projects on the external driven projects as well. Okay. This helped GE transition from industry only to service heavy portfolio as well. So later on, they gave this better service to the customer as well, to the market as well. So that gave a huge leverage, and because of which their market portfolio also shifted heavily. Okay, let me show you some numbers. Okay, now cultural rewiring. Before Six Sigma, it was hierarchical, experience driven, relative problem solving. That was the focus. After Six Sigma, data driven, structure governance, preventive focus, and continuous improvement mindset. Okay. So change model use for for what you can say used to create huge performance pressure. Okay, because there used to be toll gate reviews after every month on month. So it used to create huge urgency and pressure because there was CEO review. Everybody used to be on their toes. Okay, so capability building used to give a lot of trainings and coachings and hand holding, structural reinforcements, leadership modeling, financial linkages, and performance consequences. Performance consequences was very clear. If you are not delivering, you are out. If you are delivering, if you are in the flow, then you can survive. Okay, this was very ruthless model of it, and this was a quantified impact summary of this. Market cap before Six Sigma was 12 billion, and post implementation it became 400 billion. More than that, actually. So this was a huge impact. Can you see the huge impact on the market cap? Six Sigma savings, of course, before that was not there, and after it was annually they started saving $2 billion and more because of this. Okay. Leadership bench strength was functional only on focusing on their own departments and functions. Now they are all about data driven, statistical, analytical driven, etc. Hierarchical culture became boundaryless and became analytical. I gave you the workout plus Six Sigma model, which was the highlight of this entire thing. Okay, so Jack Welch key secrets, if I have to summarize, then look at this. So he used to smile like this, okay, and a lot of people used to be stressed with his a little dangerous smile of Jack Welch, and he rightly said he was called as Hitler of the company. So make change a continuous process. That was a big one he basically made. So Welch believed that the change should be an ongoing process rather than one-time event. This means the organization should constantly look for ways to improve and make the changes to the process. So change is a continuous process. It is not just one project done and dusted. No, it has to be a continuous process. It's a continuous habit of the organization. Then use data and metrics to measure the progress. Very, very important change, strategic change he has done. If it is not measurable, you cannot improve it. That's what we learn in the measure phase as well. Okay, so Welch was a big believer in using data and metrics to measure progress. This helps leader understand whether their change initiatives are working and identify areas for further improvement if needed. Okay, then empower employees. He used to believe that giving training, coaching, empowerment to the employees is the only way of doing this, because see, employees are basically the strength of the organization, right? So he believed that employees should be empowered to take ownership of the change. So he used to give some decision making power to the employees as well. Only up to certain, if some big investment is required, only the leaders used to step in. Okay, this means giving them the tools, resources and support they need to make changes and improve the processes. Okay, so empowerment of the people are very, very important, and celebration. So if you get some success, he used to celebrate the big way. Okay, so he believed in celebrating success along the way. This helps build momentum and motivating employees to continue driving the change and making improvements. Okay, so as I said earlier, what are your 3 big takeaways? Everybody just now focus here. And what are your big 3 takeaways from the Jack Welch strategy of deployment of Six Sigma in GE and making GE a massive success in early 2000s? Okay, so just type in the chat box, everybody, just at least 3. You can just list it, you can just make it short if required, but 3 bullet points according to you that stuck you, that hit you very hard, that touch your heart, that this is the way this also can be implemented in my company, like that. Okay, or in future if you become the leader, the CEO, the MD of the company, then what are the strategic changes you will be doing? Okay, yes, everybody type in the chat box so that we will learn with each other. Okay, superb. Change fast than the world, very, very important, right? The external change and the internal change statement, very important, with the scale and purse in hand. Very good. And data speaks first. Be data driven, continuous improvement, CTQ, knowledge and skill of resources. Very good. Not me but all. Okay, empower people. Okay, it's not only me, it's we together as a team. Culture of Six Sigma in work, home and everywhere. Absolutely right. Data, very nicely summarized. Focus on the data. Continuous improvement, process change, very good. Focus on VOC than only focusing on VOB. Okay, both are important, but do not only focus internal metrics, focus on the external customer driven metrics as well. Empower employees, very important. Employee ideas, statistical rigor is equal to sustainable improvements. Very well summarized. Change implementation, respecting change, CTQ, very good. Fight problems with no walls, so boundaryless management, which is the workout model, very good. Voice of customer first. Okay, first hear what customer has to say and then make necessary changes in your process and products and services. Important of internal QDC and impact of, I think impact, okay, of Six Sigma on functions, of the organization. Very good, very good. Continuing improvement, tenacity and tenacity VOC, very good. Focus on CTQ, critical to quality. Aggressive defect reduction target, which is 3.4 as a benchmark, and he used to measure what is the how far are you from the benchmark. Cost optimization, avoid recruiting incapable candidates. Positive training impact with facts and figures. Party end, okay, party end of the season, very good. So we have to basically what you can say, celebrate the success as well. If the rate of outside exceeds the rate of change of inside, the end is near. Very well said. Center of excellence is good idea, okay, to have a powerful center where everybody can get trained and coached and consulted. Very nice. Superb, superb. Cross-functional teamwork culture, improve the process, enhance the knowledge, concentration to other important processes rather than manufacturing only. Very nice. This is a very important point. Don't focus on only core area. You can expand your journey into the other areas as well. Okay, financial returns with CFO validation. Okay, do not believe in what people showing you as a data. Validate it with the proofs and sign off from the CFO. Okay, cross-functional teams, very, very powerful. Dissolve the boundaries. And then the data-driven approach, customer focus, enable customer focus, CTQ, ownership, data-driven continuous improvement, very good. Review every phase, CTQs and zero defect mindset. Super, very nicely summarized. Okay, so I think this has given you some kind of very, very important mindset of the leaders, okay, who have taken this initiative. See, after Jack Welch, after year 2000, then Lean also became. So before that, Lean and Six Sigma were running parallel. Okay, they never merged together. So after these success stories, basically a lot of world leader, a lot of change leaders, basically they came together. They discussed that okay, there is a Japanese philosophy also working very nice. There is a huge impactful Six Sigma methodology also making impact. So one in Japan, one is US. Then can we merge them together and made Lean Six Sigma? And that's where they put their thought together, and that's where Lean Six Sigma also came into picture. And last almost 2.5 decades now, we are observing the impact of this initiative across the world. Nowadays, the AI tools have come. The Industry 4.0 technology is also now emerging very heavily. So how do we work together? Okay, which is AI driven, AI powered initiatives. That is something now the world is looking for. Okay, so everywhere, wherever, what you can say, so where AI comes into picture right now, we can use AI into analytics or analytics of the data. Whatever output Minitab is giving us to analyzing the data, you can use AI tools. We have the frameworks, consulting frameworks ready, so you can take the help of AI to make them your customized ones. Plus so anywhere you can make AI tools useful for your PowerPoint presentation making, etc. So there is huge what you can say applicability of AI tools right now. You can reduce the lead time of the projects. Earlier, what project used to be driven in 3 months, now you can reduce it to 2 months, 1.5 months, etc. That there also you can work, you can roll out more projects and mint more money for your organization. Okay, yes. Yes, very good, Kiranji, for reminding me. So tomorrow we have the Holi celebration. So there is, the office will not be working. So a day after tomorrow, 4th, 5th and 6th, okay, you will get the official communication on 4th morning. We will be having Green Belt Hackathon. What is Green Belt Hackathon? Green Belt Hackathon is the kind of a fast track revision of the entire Green Belt course. Okay, the main pointers we will touch upon in the next 3 days. And the people who have been through the course content and ready for the examination should go for the Green Belt Hackathon. Actually, it is open for everybody. Okay, whether you are a new person entering in, you will enjoy this entire hackathon story. It is just a gentle push for the people to go for the examination. Okay, so 4th, 5th and 6th, okay, which is I think Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. These are the 3 days, 7 p.m. onwards, 7 p.m. to around 9:30 p.m. It's a longer version. All right, so this is what we are looking for. Okay, yeah, let me answer one by one. How to go about MBB certifications? Prabhakarji, if you have taken admission in MBB certification, so it's a sequence: green belt plus black belt plus master black belt. You can go for. If you want to upgrade, then just send a message. So once you have done green belt, black belt, then start with the master black belt, and which goes to Sebastian's question, which is hackathon is not there for master black belt. The reason being, in green belt and black belt hackathon, we cover certain tools. Okay. Now master black belt is not a tool specific belt. Okay, master black belt is a mentor. So you will see master black belts are, the tools are a little strategic in nature. Okay, so it is not tools basically, they are philosophies. There are the way you have to be basically implement this level. So that's why it cannot be boxed in the 3 days. That is something which we have. But again, nonetheless, we might come out with some idea about that as well. But right now we have the hackathon for the green belt and the black belts which are happening right now. All right. Okay, so I would encourage everybody to basically attend the hackathon. If not, then at least check the recording of the hackathon later. Okay, that would be my recommendation. Okay, and yes, you will receive the message on the WhatsApp as well as email. A lot of emails might have been landed on in your what you can say in your spam folders or something like that, because see what happens is we have our number of students very high, right? So even once one email goes, it goes in the masses, right? So lot of servers identify our email ID as a spam email ID. Okay, so it generally lands in the spam or promotion folder. So check out your promotion folder, and there is a community tab in our LMS. The moment you log into learning management system, okay, there is my courses, there is blog, and etc. There is a community tab. If you click on the community tab also, you can check out all the details of the live session. So you have email, you have WhatsApp communication, as well as you have LMS communication. Okay, going for details about it. And the timings are very simple: 7 p.m. on these days which I mentioned, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, you will get the communication accordingly. All right. Yes. Prabhakarji, you can, if your black belt is done, you can start going through the master black belt course as well, similar to black belt. Okay. Yes. Have I answered all the questions from my side as well? Yeah. Any question which is not? Can you just put the question once again? You explained type 1 error, type 2 error in hypothesis testing. Okay. See, type 1 error and type 2 error, I think I have explained you earlier, but again, let me just give you a quick background about it. Imagine I'm a quality checker. Okay. And okay, it's very simple. Imagine I'm a quality checker, and let's say I have 100 product. Let's say I'm checking these bottles. Okay. So I have 100 bottles, and the 100 is a complete population lot. Okay, the 100 is a complete population lot. Now I collect that, collect that population, the sample size of, let's say, 5 or 10 bottles. I check them. All right. Now the bottles are not okay. The lot is okay, but I have selected few defective bottles out of them. And I basically declared the complete lot, defective. On the basis of the sample, I declared the the right lot defective. So that is what the type 1 error is. Declaring the good lot, defective when it was not. Okay. On the other side, same 100 lots, most of the bottles are defective bottles, but out of which I have selected some of the good bottles as a sample, and now I am declaring that this is a good lot. Actually, I have selected some good bottles from a bad lot. Okay, that's where I have made some type 2 error. Are you understanding? Yes. So these errors basically which we are making, they are called type 1 and type 2 errors. Okay. And that's where the p-value, probability value comes into picture. Can you start hackathon classes 7:30 onwards? Maheshji, a good suggestion, but you know what happens? It extends after 9:30, sometimes 10 o'clock as well. And lot of female, students we have in our community. Okay, so their presence, again, their entire family waits for the dinner, etc. So that makes a little bit of challenge. Okay, That's the reason we start a little early at 7 p.m. I know for some of you it becomes difficult. Even 7:30 is difficult for some of you. So what I suggest all of you is whatever time you enter in, now remaining. Anyways, we are recording that, and there is a hackathon special folder available. Okay, so whatever part is not you have not what you can say attended, okay, you can check the quick recording. You can increase the speed of the recording to 1.5x or 2x, and you can complete that part as well. Okay, so that would be my suggestion. Even some people would not be comfortable with 7:30. They would say, can we start at 8 p.m. Okay, so see, we have to take care of the entire population of the student, and that's the reason. Some of the students are from not from India. Okay, so for them adjusting the timing is even difficult. Okay, so I can understand where you are coming from. You want to attend it right from the point one, but these are some of the limitations we have. Okay, and it is 3 days, so it a little bit difficult to accommodate. Okay, thank you very much for joining in. We will connect. By the way, happy Holi to all of you, and pray that a lot of people are stuck in the Middle East because of the ongoing war right now. A lot of my friends also stuck in Middle East. Let's hope for the best. Everybody's safe and they will come back home, and the war stops as soon as possible, and a lot of lives can be saved. Okay, let's pray to God for the best. Okay, thank you very much. Happy Holi to all of you, and stay safe and enjoy with your family. Bye bye. Take care.